I'm sorry about that last one. My editor forgot to add a comma there. So, yeah, here's the rest of the story. Scene 2, the bathroom staircase. Black mold seeps out from under the bathroom door. We push it open, revealing a dark, narrow staircase spiraling upwards into blackness. More black mold, this time in the shape of a handprint, appears on the wall beside the stairs. Sarah, pale and trembling, begins to climb. Scene 3, the gallery. At the top of the stairs is a long, dark hallway. On the walls are many more handprints, some overlapping, some reaching, all covered in black mold. As Sarah walks down the hallway, she turns her head. A distorted version of her face stares back at her from the mold on the wall. She screams and runs to the end of the hall where a single door stands in the pitch black. She reaches for the knob, but before she can turn it, a voice whispers directly into her ear. Unknown voice. It's no use, Sarah. You can't escape me now. She turns around, but there's nothing there. Then she sees it, a dark, viscous liquid dripping from the ceiling, landing on her shoulder. It's the same black mold. She tries to wipe it off, but it just keeps oozing onto her arms, creeping up her neck. She stumbles backwards, knocking over a nearby table. The voice laughs, and Sarah falls to her knees as the mold completely engulfs her face. Scene 4, flashback. A young Sarah sits on a toilet in the same bathroom, swinging her legs back and forth. Her mother enters, carrying a bucket of black mold. She puts the bucket down beside her daughter and smiles. Mother, there's no more soap. Sarah, but I brought you something better. She opens the bucket and it's full of black mold. It's a special kind of mold that only grows in this house. I've been saving it for you. Mother dips her fingers into the bucket and begins drawing on the wall behind Sarah, making handprints all over the bathroom. Mother, now, whenever you feel scared or lonely, all you have to do is press your ear against the door and I'll be right there with you. She kisses Sarah on the cheek, then exits the bathroom. Sarah looks back at the wall of handprints, then down at the bucket of mold. She picks it up, then takes a big spoonful and smears it on her own handprint. She looks down at her hands, then lets out a big, evil laugh. Fade to black. As some of you might know, I am a huge fan of a certain show. And ever since its inception, I've been writing these little creepy Pastafarian horror scripts based in the world of the show, but only using dialogue and stage directions from the show itself. These are not original stories, just kind of like an LA party. I wrote one for season 1, one for season 2, and now it's time for a season 3 entry. So let's do this thing. I figure this story takes place between episodes 3 and 4. Also, fair warning, this one hurts. Fade in. Sarah is standing in front of a bathroom mirror. She turns to it slowly and smiles sadly, but her reflection doesn't smile back. It just stares at her blankly. Reflection was there. Sarah ho, I didn't think anyone was in here. Reflection, you should leave. Sarah, what? Why? Reflectioni don't like you. Sarahi, I didn't do anything. Reflection, you're not her. The reflection spits at her. Sarah screams and wipes it off her face. The reflection does it again, and this time Sarah screams even louder. The reflection begins to smile. It's a wide, grotesque grin that splits its face in half. Its mouth unhinges. Its teeth are long and needle-like. Some fall out and hang from its bottom lip, dripping black saliva. Sarah backs away from the mirror, but there's nowhere to go. The walls are closing in on her. She stumbles backward and falls into the bathtub. The water level rises quickly. The reflection is now gargling. Its eyes bulge. It seems to be in pain. Its body begins to convulse. Reflection feels hungry, Sarah. A pale hand rises from the blood-filled water. It twitches. Another one follows, then another until Sarah is surrounded by pale twitching hands. One grabs her ankle. She screams and tries to pull away, but more hands join in and drag her under. She flails wildly as the hands pull her toward the drain. She can't see the reflection anymore, but she can hear it. It's still gurgling. The hands have now formed a face. It looks like the reflection, but it's twisted and distorted. It hisses at her and opens its mouth. Needle teeth glisten. More saliva drips from them. Then the reflection does something. Unexpected, it spits. The match burns out. The bathroom is plunged into darkness. We can still hear the reflection. It's getting closer, 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 then silence. Fade out.
Here's a quick update on my channel. The like button now makes it bleed when you highlight it. And when you highlight subscribe, the letters crawl like insects. Also, if you comment, I might actually respond to you.
From within the closet, a low growl. The doorknob begins to turn. Sarah, her face pale and drawn, backs away slowly, her eyes wide with terror. Sarah, please. Please, please don't let it be the janitor. Please, please let it be the janitor. The door splinters open. In the hallway, a twisted figure crouches. Its limbs are too long, its spine bent backward at an unnatural angle. Its face is a stretched, featureless mask. But then it peels back, revealing Sarah's mother's face underneath, but wrong. The eyes are sewn shut, the mouth stitched into a silent scream. The thing stands, revealing itself to be grotesquely humanoid in shape, all sharp angles and spiky protrusions. It takes a step towards Sarah, and she screams again, scrambling back as it lunges. Its jaw splits open like a gutted fish, revealing a second mouth inside, ringed with human teeth. And from this inner mouth, a voice emerges, raspy and distorted. It is Sarah's mother's voice, yet not. Mother, you left me alone with it. The creature scuttles closer, its spidery limbs dragging across the floor. Sarah, her back flat against the wall, her breath coming in ragged gasps, fights the urge to run, knowing it's futile. She's trapped. The creature raises a hand, its long fingers tipped with sharp claws, and swipes at Sarah's face. She flinches, pressing herself against the wall. A single tear rolls down her cheek, leaving a clean streak through the grime. She closes her eyes, waiting for the inevitable. But instead of the tearing of flesh, she hears a sickening crunch as the creature's claw strikes the wall beside her, digging into the plaster. Slowly, ever so slowly, she opens one eye, then the other. The creature is still, its head cocked to the side as if listening to something. It's not her. It isn't done with her. Not yet. A low growl rumbles in its chest, shaking the very foundation of the building. It drops its hand, or what Sarah can only assume is a hand, and rises on 2 feet, its back still impossibly curved. It takes a step toward her, then another. Each movement is a grotesque parody of human grace. Sarah, her eyes wide with terror, watches as the creature approaches, its face a horrifying visage of teeth and dripping darkness. And in that moment, she knows she won't make it out of this alive. The bathroom door was shut. No, not just shut, but locked from the outside. Whoever was in there had clearly done that last bit themselves, as if they knew what was coming. The thing backed away, its eyes fixed on the door. It took a deep breath and then it was gone, faded into the wall like smoke. The moment the thing disappeared, the doorknob began to turn. Slowly, ever so slowly, the door opened. Inside the bathroom, the floor was covered in blood. There was blood spatter on the walls and the ceiling. But what caught my eye was the mirror above the sink. On it was a single handprint, a bloody handprint that was slowly sliding down the glass. Then I heard it, a wet, raspy whisper. It sounded like the thing was licking its lips. More, it said. And then it was quiet again. I backed away, stumbled over something, and fell. As I looked up, I saw another handprint, this one on the floor. Then I realized that the handprints were forming a path that led away from the bathroom, down the hallway, and out into the darkness. I stood up and followed them. Each step I took, the prints seemed to pull me forward, deeper and deeper into the house of horrors. I felt like I was being led into a trap, but I couldn't help myself. I had to see where this was going. Suddenly, I wasn't alone. The thing was with me now, its presence growing stronger with every step. I could feel its eyes on me, burning into my skin. The hallway ended at a staircase. At the top, I could see the bloody handprints on the banister leading up and up into the darkness. Taking a deep breath, I started to climb. With each step, the air grew colder. The handprints became more faded, more distant. Then I reached the top of the stairs and found myself in a room. It was a nursery. The walls were painted a pale blue, decorated with pictures of animals. In the middle of the room was a rocking horse. Its paint was chipped and peeling, and there was a single bloody handprint on its side. And then I saw it, the thing. It was sitting on the rocking horse, its eyes fixed on me. It smiled, a wide, toothy grin. "More," it whispered, and it rocked back and forth. I backed away, my eyes searching the room. Then I saw it, the bloodied meat cleaver on the shelf above the cradle. With a sudden burst of adrenaline, I lunged for it. The thing screamed and vanished into the wall as I grabbed the cleaver. I turned toward the closet, raised the cleaver. "Get out," I shouted, my voice echoing in the empty room. Silence. Then a wet whisper from inside the walls. "More."